Hi everybody! Okay, so today I'm going to be doing part 2 of Kindle Month. So if you haven't watched part 1 of Kindle Month yet, then I will put a link in the down bar for you to go and catch up. Today I'm going to be talking about friends for a season. So, I'm just wondering, have you guys ever had a time in your life where you've met somebody, get chatting, that kind of thing, exchanging numbers, and then like you're texting, calling each other for ages, meeting up, having like a great time and everything, and you're thinking, I've got a really good friend here, and you think that this person's going to be like a best friend, you're going to hang out for ages, and then one day you just text them, call them, whatever, arrange to meet up, and they literally stop talking to you. And then you think, okay, I'll let that go, I'll just leave that to them, they've probably got something going on that day. You try again the next day, they don't want anything to do with you, they don't want to call you, they don't want to text you, and then you just sort of wonder, what did I actually do wrong? And I think this is like that whole thing about having seasonal friends. I guess this is kind of where they get that term, friends for a season. I feel like this happens to me all the time. Like, I'm that person that I make friends with people, and then a couple of weeks or so later, a couple of months, they just start to go cold on me, and I don't know what I've done wrong, and I'm sitting there thinking, why me? Why me again? Why does this always happen to me? And it feels like I'm the only one, because I look at other people and I see that they've got friendships from like years back. Why don't I have that? Why don't I have friends that I can say are my friends? People come into my life and then they just leave without any cause or reason, and I always wonder, is it me? Am I odd? Am I a strange person? Am I someone that doesn't give myself enough? It always comes back to me, and I just feel quite down about it. But I kind of thought about this, and I think that I'm just going to call them seasonal friends. And I don't know if you guys feel the same, if you've had this situation happen to you over and over again and it gets you down, but I've come to learn that seasonal friends can actually be a good thing. And there are a few reasons why I think this, and I think that it's because sometimes some seasonal friends, they'll leave a positive impact on your life whilst they were in your life. So some things that they might teach you, some things that they might introduce you to, some things that they might challenge you to do. If it wasn't for that seasonal friend, you might not know about that certain circumstance. So say for instance, I had a friend, I'm going to just use myself as an example, in university, and I think I met her in I'm not sure, my first or second year. And as you know, I'm a Christian, and I met this girl on the church tour. And we just started to talk and so on and so forth, and then we exchanged numbers, the same kind of thing that goes on. And then I just sort of thought, it's a really nice girl, I really like her. She's really down to earth, really easy to speak to. She was always like calling me up and stuff. We would just sit next to each other and everything. And just a really nice person. I'm not saying now that she's not a nice person, but yeah, really quickly I could confide in her. Of course, like, she has such a passion for her faith as well, so that always helped. I think I got to my second or third year, and found that it got harder though to speak to her because I wasn't seeing her as much. Her course was keeping her away. Sometimes that she'd be working late and she wouldn't be able to come to church, or she was saying she's too busy to be talking on WhatsApp, that kind of thing. I had to understand that. But then it kind of cooled off really quickly, and I would be the one, I felt like I was the one that was always trying to call her, saying, how are you, how's it going, speak to me, even if it's just a hi, I would appreciate it. But she just kind of like slowly faded away. I think I saw her once in my third year, and we were saying we should make plans to meet up. And sometimes when you get that kind of feeling where you make plans to meet up with somebody and you just know it's not going to happen. And I felt sad because I knew as soon as I started to walk away that I probably wasn't going to do this meet up with her. And it turns out I actually never saw her again. So obviously this was only a year ago, but I still feel sad about it now, because I feel like this girl was such a big part of my life. I felt like I'd been cheated somehow. I know that sounds really extreme, but I felt cheated because I felt I put a lot of effort trying to call her, trying to text her, trying to meet up with her, and she didn't give the same kind of effort back to me. I've just had to learn, and I think with her and many other people, just to let these things go. And it hurts me still, but I feel like I can't spend my life regretting what's happened. I know that I've done enough. I know I tried really hard to keep up with some people, and they're just not interested. And you've just got to try and take it on the chin, as they say, and just kind of move on. What else can you do? You can't change somebody's mind about the way they feel about you. Sometimes people will come into our lives and it's just not the right timing to build a friendship up, if you know what I mean. There's just things that are going on that's too much for us to settle down and kind of decide, yeah, we want to be friends, we want to give the same effort here. I'm kind of thankful that I got to meet her. I'm thankful that she actually came into my life. I'm thankful that we spent those 2 years getting to know each other, because to be honest, like I said, number one, she was really passionate about her faith and about who she was. And I think if I could learn one thing about the friendship I had with her, is knowing that I also wanted to do that. I felt like she was in my life and she was challenging me to be a bit more bold in my faith as well. And I might be somebody's seasonal friend too. And I hope if I'm a seasonal friend to them that I leave a positive imprint in their life. Here's another example. My mum had a friend, this guy who used to live across the road from us, I believe it is. But anyway, when we were younger and we used to live in the city, this guy lived across the road from us, and at first I was kind of like, hold up, our mum, and so when she's single and she was bringing me and my sister up on her own, this guy across the road, I don't know what his intentions were. I was getting a bit suspicious. I think at the time we're probably about 12, 13, so you know, you're thinking something's going on here, I'm not sure about this relationship. And a really nice guy, like he's obviously come over, help us with some handiwork and stuff, because we didn't have a man around the house. He actually had a few properties in another place, the place that I actually live now, and he was just kept talking about this place, and we'd be like, why do you keep bringing up this place? And then it just so happens like this day, I can't even remember what day it was, the day came out of the blue, you know, we're moving out of the city, blah blah blah, we're going to this place. And I was thinking, so what like, when did this happen? How comes you just suddenly change your minds? We're happy in London, we're happy in the city, why are we going to move to this random place in the middle of nowhere? Like, I didn't understand. And I think at that point I was like, this guy's come in and he's ruined it, because he's just put all these thoughts in her head. I felt like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Like, this is my life, I don't want to leave this place, why am I going to this dead area, why? And then we went to this new place where we're living right now, and to be honest, like, he was really great. He's helped us settle in. Cutting the long story short, this was about a couple of years ago. I think we found out that he actually died, so he's passed away now, and I guess that was a sad moment. Realised even now that he actually had such an impact in our lives. Not only, I'm sure, his whole presence and influence in helping us to, you know, move to this place and get away from London. I don't know what you guys think about this kind of thing, but I feel like sometimes these friends that come out of nowhere, so to speak, are supposed to be in our lives. Some things happen for a reason. I feel like some seasonal friends are friends for a reason also, that they don't just come out of somewhere. There's probably a reason why your paths intersected, and I feel like he's one of those people that I could say he definitely was supposed to be in our lives. And we needed somebody to help us, and our mum needed a friend, somebody that she could depend on. He showed up out of nowhere, and I've been thinking, wow, he just kind of fit every single bill of what we needed at that point in our life. We needed somebody to help us with stuff, we needed somebody to encourage us, you know, somebody who was there. I don't know, he just sort of fit the bill. I wish I could say thanks for his help, because he actually helped us a lot. Seasonal friendships does hurt when they end. When it's over, like, you realise that you just learn so much, and you think, wait, that friend, as much as they were very temporary in my life and it hurt me and I felt like I was betrayed, that for that season they were everything I needed. They were the kind of friends that I needed to cry on their shoulder. I needed somebody to speak to, needed somebody to confide in, I needed somebody to help me go here, I needed somebody to encourage me to go there. You know what, it's a part of life. Seasons come, seasons go. You know, this is what happens. Not everything's forever. I know we're creatures of comfort, and human beings do not like change, and I hate change. I honestly don't like it, but I think you just think, you know what, change has to come. And if that means friends leaving you and other friends coming in, just think about it like this. There's going to be better friends out there for you. I'm sure we're going to meet a few duff friends, a few people that literally do let us down, and people that do waste our time for us to meet, you know, better ones than the ones that we had before. I hope that you guys just have a think about that, especially if you've been hung up about somebody who's betrayed you, left you, you know, you've made all the effort in their life and they've never given anything back to you. Just think about, even if it's one or two things that you've learned from that friendship, whether it's never to go down that path again, whether it's not to be so trusting, throwing yourself at people. I don't know, it could be any lesson, but there's always a lesson to be learned. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you understood what I was trying to say there. Not very good at these sort of things. If you liked this, if you want to comment about seasonal friendships, then remember, I'd love to see a comment from you. So remember to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and hopefully see you next week. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
You